Viewers who were watching earlier tonight saw a uniquely 2020 moment. The President of the United States entered the briefing room at the White House, started to speak, and we chose to cut away because he wasn't telling the truth. And more than that, he was attacking the veracity and integrity of the electoral system in his country. This is all the way of bringing in our friend Lawrence O'Donnell, whose hour this normally is. Lawrence has a special guest who might speak to the moment we witnessed earlier tonight. Lawrence?
That's right, Brian. Joining us now is Mary Trump, President Trump's niece. She is the author of Too Much and Never Enough: How My Family Created the World's Most Dangerous Man. And Mary, when I was watching the president make his statement this afternoon, I was thinking of you, as I so often do, wondering what was going through your mind. What were you seeing?
Well, we're seeing a man who is in a unique position. Donald has never been in this place before, where there's nobody to bail him out, there's nobody to buy him out. He's desperate, he's flailing, and there's literally nothing he can do legitimately except to watch this play out helplessly. And I think based on what he said, that's a pretty good indication of what we could potentially be in for, especially if Republican leadership continues to do nothing. This wasn't just Donald, obfuscating or lying. This was Donald talking about an attempted coup. The leader of a country trying desperately to delegitimize an election. It's obscene, and somebody's got to step in and stop him.
We have reporting in the Washington Post tonight describing your uncle's condition in the White House as a downward spiral. It is strikingly similar to the kind of reporting that Bob Woodward and Carl Bernstein did on the final days of Richard Nixon in the White House, when Nixon was literally wandering the halls late at night with Henry Kissinger, some of that time drunk. Very detailed kind of downward spiral for Nixon is already in our history books. What would be your imagined view of what your uncle's going through in the White House now?
Oh, he's in an uncontrollable rage, I would imagine. The difference, however, is that privately, Nixon, Donald, it's bad. I mean, it's never good to know that the person in the Oval Office is decompensating. However, it's Donald's public statements that we really need to be worried about. The damage that he just did is incalculable. And we're going to be dealing with it for a very long time, especially, again, as I said, nobody in the Republican Party steps in, because Democrats can't do anything about this. Only the Republicans, only the people in his administration can do something about this. So I think that the public statements is a pretty good indication of how bad things are privately.
I have to ask you quickly about one word, and that's the word loser, and how it will fit in Donald Trump's life and in his psyche as Joe Biden approaches 75 million votes. Those are votes against your uncle, rejecting your uncle, firing your uncle, to use his term. It's going to be the largest number of votes against a president running for re-election in history. How will your uncle live with the word loser if this trend continues and Joe Biden closes in and finishes it off in the Electoral College?
It's interesting. Unfortunately, and again, I think this is a terrible indictment about where we are as a country. Donald also will have been the person who received the second most votes in American history in a presidential election. But that will not comfort him, because what is going to exacerbate his loss is the fact that the Republicans, at least it looks like, they may keep the Senate and they gain seats in the House. So essentially, he cannot avoid but experience this as a repudiation of him, as a rejection of him. And he is not going to get beyond that. And it's going to be a very dangerous couple of months.
Mary Trump, thank you very much for joining us once again tonight. We always appreciate it.
Great to be here. Thank you, Lawrence.